good to go. So I'm here with Eric. Eric randomly just decided to go to Ukraine, and we're going to talk a little bit about his crazy scheme.
Yeah, it turned out to be all stemmed from a Facebook post, and now we're going to end up on the ground over there. So it's going to be interesting in this whole planning process.
What prompted you to do this? Like, what were you doing? What were you watching?
I was actually up late one night watching a bunch of videos that people were posting on Instagram, Facebook about the firefighters over there and pictures. And I'm like, man, our brothers over there getting it. Yeah. And I see them wearing body armor, and I see some of the pictures. I'm like, one of the compartment doors was open on a fire engine. I'm like, they don't really have much of anything on there.
I don't think they have.
No, and they don't. And so I'm like, well, I've been helping. I spent a couple of my off days at the House Ukraine Box Medical Supplies, and I asked them, I said, hey, how are you getting all this equipment over there? And they're like, oh, we're getting it on a cargo plane. I'm like, cool. I'm like, so how about if I was to get some like fire rescue equipment? You think you can get it over there? I'm like, yeah, we can do that. I'm like, okay, cool. Started making some phone calls and was talking to some aid agencies, and I talked to like people from the WHO, UNICEF, and all that. I'm like, I'm trying to get some fire rescue equipment over there.
The band?
The WHO, yeah. And the guy's like, he straight out told me, he's like, we know what to do with medical assistance and medical equipment. They're like, we wouldn't know.
This was NATO, right? You said?
The WHO and some Red Cross and other organizations. And they're like, we wouldn't know what to do with fire rescue equipment.
Better yet, the California ones.
Yeah, they'd be like, look at it going. The guy said out there, it'll probably sit on a pallet in the corner somewhere because we don't know what to do with it and don't know where it goes, and it would just sit there.
Yeah. So when you started this, you just made a Facebook post, and then here we are now?
Yeah.
When was that, like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, I think. I'm like, it started with the Facebook post, like, hey, who would be interested in going to Ukraine to go assist?
You just put that on your personal page?
Yeah, who'd be interested in going to Ukraine and assisting our
brothers?
brothers?
Just real quick?
Yeah, and it was late at night, and then next you know, my inbox is blowing up, like, I'm down, let's do this. I'm like, okay, well, gaining some traction here. You know, I get us down in New Mexico and do training and get equipment down there, and I've run calls down there with them. I'm like, well, what would it take to get some firefighters on a plane to Ukraine and actually make this happen?
Well, we'll see. When are you planning on doing this?
We want to get airborne 1st of April. That's what we're shooting for right now.
Close, aren't you?
There's some very important meetings this week to make it happen, and it may be a little after, but we are 95% sure we're going to end up on the ground in Ukraine.
How many people do you have with you?
We're only gonna take 10 on the first mission with a max of 15.
Is it like A-Team? Like you got a guy who is really good at flying anything. You got Hannibal that has a cigar. You got Mr. T who's gonna fly the cargo plane. You got a little Sylvester Stallone action. What's going on here? What's the group look like?
It's the mixture of the A-Team and the what is that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis?
Rio. What is that? That's the
what is that?
The I just said it too. When they get the mercenaries, you're not a mercenary, but they get together and they do the
Expendables.
Yes, the Expendables. Yeah.
I have a unique team of individuals that have their own backgrounds, and they're all military vets. And you look at their MOS as what they did in the military, and then you see what they do in their fire department. It's like, all right, we're good.
Did Rio on your Instagram messages? There's an engineer meme. When you get to find that, I got it there. So do you have this guy with you? Do you have an engineer with you going with you?
Yeah.
We could remake this, and you could just put it like at logistics in Ukraine, looking at all your stuff there.
Looking at a pallet of fire equipment, going, huh?
So
he's gonna have that look, going, why the hell did I volunteer for this mission?
You need a little bit of everything. Rio, if you go to the brigade front page. And just scroll down there. We got right there, that first one in the middle there, top. Yeah, that one. So this is I believe, I can't remember what I did there. Yeah, Fire Aid UK. They're sending trucks.
Yeah.
And I think we spoke about this earlier. They're kind of just sending trucks. I think they're donating those rigs.
Yes, they are.
Now, are those considered pumps, trucks, rescue? Do we know? Rio,
well, those are actually their fire engines. And
oh, there's a truck right there.
Yeah, if you want to call it a truck. It's more of a crane. But yeah, those are their fire engines. As you know, LA City's getting one of those nice, beautiful European fire engines as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they have enough batteries to keep it charged.
That might have been on the brigade about a week ago or so.
Yeah.
I think if I'll take a minute to find, but it's in there.
Yeah,
Added
it'd
some
be
music
nice to
it.
get like a real fire engine over there, like maybe an old San Diego City engine or like just an American fire engine.
Those go to TJ.
Yeah, because I think once they see what a real fire engine looks like and sounds like, they're going to tell a lot of those foreign countries, like, yeah, you can have these back. We want some American ones.
Yeah. So these guys, I think, from what I read on Twitter, that's my source. This is NBC here, but they're bringing the trucks and they're bringing the gear to the border. Your plan is different.
Yes, it is. So one of the people I have helping me, his name's Oleg. I cannot pronounce his last name, but he works for Consumers Fire up near Sacramento. He is from Ukraine and has been over there to do like what I do in Mexico to train firefighters. So he has a lot of ground contacts. And so we're not just taking it to the border and not knowing where it goes. We're actually going to escort it all the way in.
And so from Poland?
Yep, we're going to land. We plan on landing in Warsaw, Poland, and then convoy to the border, and then all the way into Lviv, and then from Lviv, we'll find out where the equipment needs to go.
Okay, so Lviv, I believe right now is not super hot. It's a little bit lighter right now.
Yeah, it's lighter. The only things that have been hit there is they hit a military base. I think they hit a warehouse. And
I believe that actually is part. They're hitting the military base because of guys like you, because they don't want supplies coming in.
Yeah, so luckily we're gonna take in the most important equipment. Like talking to the firefighters over there that we've gotten information from, they need use our equipment because they're dealing with a lot of collapses. So we're trying to get extrication tools, some cribbing, struts, stuff.
I think you told me you might have some
yes.
electric going.
Yes, we have some hydraulic tools that were donated yesterday, 3 sets, and then Hamatro is looking at sending us some brand new stuff. So, and we're going to get it directly into where it needs to go. Mm-hmm. Now, our ultimate goal is to get all the way to Kyiv, the capital, but we also want to make sure we're safe at the same time. So it may get to the point where we'll meet you in this town south of Kyiv. Come get it.
Yeah.
But again, pretty much everyone that's been selected for the first missions, all veterans, are like, we can go to Kyiv. We're not worried about it.
Yeah, but so a little bit about your past, right? You've been over there, or you've been.
Yes, I've been deployed twice. So I was my first mission was a NATO peacekeeper for 18 months in the Kosovo, Bosnia area, and in our sector we actually had the Ukraine military. Great people. I don't know how they can drink till 6, 7 in the morning and then literally be up to run missions at 8.
Well, I mean, the little I know, their president was a comedian, and now he's doing a great job from what I can see. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that says for comedians or people that make memes. Maybe there's a future. You don't know.
You can be the next president. Yeah, because I gotta admit, their president's got a set on him. He's not afraid to stand up and fight and voice his concerns.
Who would have thought? I mean, I remember when this first broke out. I mean, the news was basically mocking him. They were mocking him and saying he was a comedian. And then I think there was a little bit of Russian stuff saying that he kept leaving Kyiv, and then he would just get on his phone and just say, "No, I'm in Kyiv. Look at the background."
Yeah.
And then it was pretty ballsy. It was fucking ballsy as shit. And I think I honestly didn't think he was going to make it that first night. What was that? 25 days ago? I didn't think he was going to make it.
Well, yeah. And I have some friends in the military who tell me they expected Ukraine to fall in days.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, Russia, how's that working out for you? This is a military a tenth of your size, and
yeah, and that's
they're putting up a fight.
Whole other topic for sure.
Yeah.
Right there with the Ukraine firefighter right there, yeah. So I found this on Twitter. These gents, they just had I think it says it right there. 16-floor apartment building.
Yeah.
And we don't really want to get into, who did it or whatever, but basically these guys, you could look at their faces. You don't know the language. You don't agree with their helmets. But you look at those faces and I mean, I get it. I mean, at least I don't want to say I understand what their daily life is, but I recognize that face for sure.
And from what we've been getting from, like I said, Oleg's been the biggest contact over there. Those guys they're exhausted.
I can't imagine at this point. I mean, we joke around about the Mandos and the our wildfires and our strike teams and all that, but let's be honest. When we get rest, even if it is on someone's lawn during a wildfire, you'll get your rest eventually. These guys is nonstop, and they go to this, and who knows? They're probably getting bombed again, and they got to go there and dig through rubble with probably not the right gear. I doubt they have. I mean, that's the first clip I've seen with BAs right there.
Well, and the other issue is talking about their BAs is a lot of places over there don't have power now. Arctic Compressors, one of the contacts I've made already, I'm trying to get their specs. They're going to donate a brand new SCBA filling station.
Oh, like a light and air.
Yeah, so that's going to be good because that's the problem they have is they can't fill bottles, so they're not using them unless they actually need them.
Yeah, that's wild.
And it's interesting because talking to Oleg, that's why we Fire Etc. and SoCal PPE just gave me a bunch of turnout gear. Our turnout gear is way superior to what they wear. I mean, back to Euro helmets, you don't really go interior with the Euro helmet, but their gear, Oleg was telling me, it's like wildland gear with like an insulation, and that's it.
Let's be honest, and this is going to be controversial, but I'm going to say it. Those Euro helmets are probably easier to put on. They're probably safe, but we hate them. He's looking at it. He won't admit it. He won't admit it.
I've worn one in a firefighter survival drill, and I couldn't even get through a stud because it was too wide. I was literally like Lord Helmet from Spaceballs.
I saw one, but they already have it on, and they just grab their mask and they just clip it on. I gotta admit that looks pretty easy, but we'll never do that here.
Bad thing is there's actually fire chiefs out there in some areas pushing for those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll just leave it there. Now, one thing those helmets are good for is if you actually turn them upside down and put a little stand on them with their little face visor down like Maverick from Top Gun.
You already got eye protection.
Yeah, well, not only that, but you can put it upside down and fill it full of ice, and it holds beer perfect. You can literally hold a small 6-pack in them. So
I did not know that. How do you know that?
I've seen someone do that to a Euro helmet. He said that's about the only thing.
Where were you partying with Euro firefighters?
Back when I was deployed, they had those. They had European firefighters on their bases, and they see look at that thing.
You know, that's pretty wild.
Yeah,
the flashlight's a little interesting. Yeah, that looks like it.
They also make a good chip bowl.
Whoa, look at that one.
Yeah, that one's.
It kind of looks like a race car. I have to say, dude, I almost lost an eye on the job, so that iPro thing is a little appealing to me. Dude, that will go back down, Rio. Back down. That flap on the back looks like a diesel truck tire flap, though.
Yeah, or you're a fire samurai or something.
A little bit of mullet love right there.
Yeah, if you can actually get them printed to actually look like it's hair.
Well, think of that little flap. I mean, we could start putting brigade logos on those things, and I could sell them to you.
Yeah, you can put Mando City on the back, F your days off. And then, like I said, if you can get one printed to look like a mullet, that'd be great. I guarantee you those would sell in Europe.
So you figured out you wanted to do it late at night. You made the post. The next day you started getting a lot of messages. What was the next big event,
And that's when I started reaching out to some of these aid agencies that are already over there. Like, what does it take to move logistics, to move equipment? And then I was asking, like, you guys are flying stuff over from the U.S. Could we piggyback off that, which is a possibility. We have a meeting this week that we may piggyback off a flight already going with cargo on it. We only need room for 10 guys and fire rescue equipment. So we have a meeting this week, and then there's some other high-profile donors that are willing to potentially fund this whole mission. Yeah,
we spoke about that a little bit off camera, but you have some donors that are coming to you and want to help out. We can't say who they are, but you may be fully funded here pretty soon.
There is a good chance we could be fully funded. So the end objective is to try to send 3 rotations. And people on our fund the first, someone asked why 250. I'm like, well, let me explain to you the cost of moving cargo overseas. It's not cheap. On cargo flights, it's $2.50 to $5 per pound. Or when I was helping out at House of Ukraine, they were telling me of a person that flew over with 50 additional carry-on bags. Check-in bags full of medical supplies. So again, if we have to take additional, say we fly commercial, and each firefighter takes 15 foot lockers full of stuff, well, that's a lot of extra money and weight and bag fees. And we also found out when you do that, you actually have to call the airline in advance to let them know that you're flying with a bunch of additional equipment. So they can make accommodations, because they may say you got to get here early because we're going to put it on 2 separate flights. Yeah, and
you've named this, right? We have a logo and everything.
Yep, and it's funny, the name. So when I was deployed, my first deployment, we were NATO peacekeepers, and it was Operation Joint Guardian. When we had the trained military.
Rio, go to the brigade front page and go to the link, right there, the link pop. and click on that top one, task force.
Yeah, task
Voice.
force.
This would be. Oh, is that you? Oh,
Yep.
famous.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, let's play the video.
Yeah, so, and like I said, we originally had a GoFundMe account, and then GoFundMe torpedoed our battleship, and now they're backpedaling.
Oh, they want you back.
Oh yeah, we were.
You're already gone.
No, you could thank NBC7 and Fox 5 for getting on that. Why they shut us down, and they backpedaled.
Oh, Liberty.
Yeah, they backpedaled quick. So that was pretty interesting. I'm like, no, we're good. We got in. It was actually another firefighter that told me about the Fund the First.
It looks they're basically like GoFundMe, but looks like they're focusing on first responders.
Yeah, first responders. Yeah, it was weird because I met this kid when I was working at the House of Ukraine. They were just asking people why they're donating and all that. I didn't know he was actually a little reporter. I didn't know that. Yeah,
it tripped me out because you gave me this link and I, to put it on the brigade for everybody, and I clicked on it and I'm like, who?
Yeah.
Who is this kid?
Yeah, he's all this little kid. I'm doing an assignment. I'm like, okay, cool. It's but come to find out, he's actually very famous, and popular.
Got a lot of followers. Yeah.
Yeah, he's very good at it, and this is sort of what Spirit made
Cool.
it take off.
Yeah, good for him. I think it's great. I watched it the other day. I was like, wow, he's really got it going on. I think he's got a Rio. He's got a Rio doing the editing, right? And by the way, yeah, I got a gent here named Rio that's helping me with editing because I need it. I started this podcast. We have 3 cameras, audio, and I don't know what I'm doing. So hopefully this one will sound better and look a little better. I just want to thank Rio right now.
It's sort of how me trying to plan this first of its kind international aid mission. I'm like, now I'm glad I got help with some people that really know what they're doing, because I thought getting stuff to Mexico was tough.
Oh, my wife's home. She doesn't want to go on camera.
She's like, I want nothing to do with this.
She tells me all the time, like, look, I have a little bit of followers, so randomly, firefighters will see me like at Costco, and she's all, I don't understand why they're so like want to know who you are. I don't know either.
And that's when, like, have you seen these videos? They're hilarious.
So we spoke earlier. One of your favorite videos was the Conan the Barbarian, and we'll go ahead and pull that up right here. We could watch it.
This is so true.
So interesting fact, and I think I've shared this probably too many times, but I wasn't going to post this. This is one of the first ones I ever made. I made it. I sat on it for probably 2 weeks, and then I just like, what the hell? Fuck it. I'm putting it up. And then here we are still talking about it.
Well, I was working with a firefighter that was soon to be off probation, and I saw him online ordering the leather helmet, brand new custom shield. And I'm just sitting there just like, and this video popped in my head. I just started laughing. I'm like, it's so true.
And then, the Tacoma thing, I didn't realize that was anything other than, San Diego area. That blew my mind. I get messages with the Overland, the random shovel. I don't know why I haven't made that a sticker yet, but the random shovel, I get pictures of random shovels all the time. Because look, I grew up in the desert, and we actually off-roaded, and I've never seen anybody mount a shovel. When we would get stuck, I remember my buddies using flip-flops to dig the sand out and get us out of there. And I just thought it was funny. Like, every fire station I go to, there's somebody that's got every known gear on there. And that shovel was never used. Well, that shovel has no scrapes on it, and it's just sitting there nice. Maybe a little rust from the rain. It's never used. And I thought that was funny, and I didn't realize that everyone else would think that was funny.
Well, and it's also the same people that have those things you put under your wheels. You got those plastic track things.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell they've never.
You know what I had in the back of my car that I used to take in the dirt? I had a 2x6.
Yeah, and you see
them if I had that.
They've never. You can tell that thing's never touched dirt. It's never come off the rack.
Max Tracks, I think it's called.
Yeah, and it's funny, on the way here by that shopping center down the street, I have a Toyota Sequoia TRD, the dad version of the minivan, and two Tacomas pulled next, and I look over and they're all rolling down windows and like giving each other signals. I'm like, oh my god, you guys are just.
What I'm probably gonna do here in the next, if I remember right, I want to find a Prius that's all decked out in Overland, and I'm gonna put that up. I'm gonna say that's the next, 2-year firefighter rig because of the gas prices.
Oh. One of the biggest costs so far of planning this has been gas. I'm driving around in my Sequoia picking up gear, and I'm like,
you showed me. Was that Fire Etc.? You showed me a picture?
Yeah.
All the gear?
Yep, Fire Etc.
Yeah, nice.
SoCal PPE, and we'll get that over there. And like I said, we got rescue equipment coming. Santa Barbara County Fire reached out to me. They actually left me a voicemail while I was here. So I'll call them. They have a bunch of tech rescue stuff. So Palm Springs Fires reached out to me. Verona. We've already asked Quan. So a lot of people are reaching out.
Yeah, it reminds me. I'll put you in touch with somebody I think could help you here in the city too.
I appreciate it. And then,
shout out to the Ernie. I'm going to call you after this in a minute.
And what we're going to do is once we get all the gear, we're going to use our gear is going to be priority. And then a bunch of EMS and medical supplies. Like the House Ukraine, I was just there the other day for a few hours helping make combat medic bags for them. They have boxes of cat tourniquets, quick clot that we told them we'll put it on the plane with us and take it with us. Mm-hmm. They have a bunch of surgical supplies that we will personally deliver to a hospital over there.
Mm-hmm. You were telling me, too, to make sure to load you up with Mando Van stickers.
Oh, yeah. So I figured since the Ukrainian farmers are doing a great job repoing Russian armor, if we can find like a Russian APC or armor personnel carrier and slap some Mando Van stickers on it, and what would be cool is if we can find a tank.
Rio, just Google Mando Van.
Yeah. We got to make it look like a World War II airplane where you can have like a bunch of F your days off stickers in a row and then some other ones.
I got to admit, I don't know how, you know what? Just send me everything.
Yeah, we'll send it all because we got to
send me everything. And then, like you said, you're going to put the Mando exempt stickers on your helmets. So I'll give you a bunch of these stickers. I'll give you some t-shirts. I'll give you the Mando exempt stickers for the helmets. I mean, you know what, dude? I got a whole bunch of stuff downstairs in the shipping center. You can take whatever you want.
What we need to get is an actual brigade flag. That would be our battle flag over there. Russian intel reports are like, we got to
zoom out a little bit, Rio.
Yeah, Russian intelligence people are like, what's this brigade? What is it? What is it?
It's funny. Facebook shut me down. I don't even know why, and I don't want to get into it.
It's Facebook.
I honestly have no idea what happened. But right there on the left, you see Mando Van. That one, apparently that's on coming from the Facebook feed. See if it's still up because I can't even get into that Facebook, but apparently it's still up. I don't know what's going on. There's the video. Another video I just kind of made. I think.
Say, jump in, bitches. We're going to Ukraine.
Yeah, I'll make you an update. Hopefully, we're posting this. We're gonna call that the Ukraine Mando Van, and you get me all those guys that are going with you. We'll put their names on there, and this is basically you driving it, and you're grabbing them all. This would be a good thing to post right around when you leave.
Yeah, it's like our comms officer and just tackle them.
Dude, you could give me all the names of the guys, and I could put their names on here.
We all got to find out which one we are from the A team and from the Expendables, and that would be that'll be our names.
Yeah. Just kidding. We'll have them back.
I always got to tell them. Remember, although almost all of us are veterans, it's like we are aid workers. Remember that, aid workers. Yeah. We're not there to pick up firearms, but I have heard though. If you want a weapon over there, they're actually pretty easy to come by. They're literally just giving them away.
They were, yeah. I saw it probably a couple of days after the first invasion. They had a truck in the middle of Kyiv, and they were just literally anybody who come up, they would give them guns. And it's wild. They had, I think, I'm not sure for sure, but I think they were assigning like an actual, military member with like a group of like 10 neighborhood people.
Yep.
And they were making Molotov cocktails and just like it looked wild. I can't imagine trying to invade a city like that.
Yeah, I think the Russians will think twice about trying to go into the city because you're gonna have everyone and their brother and mother throwing Molotov cocktails.
I think there was an official Twitter. The country of Ukraine actually on their official Twitter said, "Stay in your homes. Mm-hmm. Shoot out your window."
Exactly. Well, that's wild. They have that company over that used to make alcohol that now makes Molotov cocktails. And they have this nice custom cool logo that they put on there, and it sounds like F Putin.
Jeez. Yeah, scroll down a little bit, Rio. I'm trying to think if I put anything else up. I don't think I have yet. I put you up, I think.
But. Well, I saw the one with the F4 Phantom you had. That's me coming home with a war trophy right there.
Oh, see the old Top Gun jet in the middle down?
Yeah, that's what's going to happen if I get my hands on a Stinger over there. I'm coming back with a... You got hunters that put up their trophy kills. Like, yeah, it's cute. You killed the hawk. I brought down a MiG, so...
who is that? Santa Rosa Firefighters. Warning, Ghost Rider. The roster is not full. I already gave away merch to the top comment. Drew Baca right there on the little... I think he's down. He already gave me a good reply. Don't worry, Chief. I'll put it on the Cal card. So that's the new thing I'm doing. I'll put a video up. And I bring everybody in, let everybody comment. And it's like, dude, you get the most likes on this, I'll give you stickers. If it really makes me laugh, I'll give you a Mander Van hat.
Oh,
If you send me a video of you doing something that makes me laugh, I'll probably send you a hat.
Well,
and it brings everybody into the feed. This is just something.
short.
Yeah, scroll down a little bit.
Oh, you see that one fire, that Walmart distribution center?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say there was no sprinklers working that day.
No.
Eric, so you're about to go over to Ukraine. You have a team of guys. How do you feel right now?
Well, I mean, like I said, I've been in a war zone twice. So, I mean, of course, like I said, I got 2 of my kids downstairs right now. I have 4 kids. Like I said, we're there to help, but we're also going to make it where we're not too close to, like I told a lot of the people, if we see Russian soldiers, we are in the wrong. I want to keep a good distance between us and them. Now, unfortunately, they're launching rockets indiscriminately, but from what we've been hearing, is like the firefighters don't go out until they have an all clear. And if you've ever been deployed, air raid sirens go off, to run to the bunker. Or like I had an incident over in Iraq where you just slept through it because you were tired. But yeah, there are some concerns. But we have a plan that we've worked on. Certain cities that we will fall back to, which we won't post any of that just because of security reasons that we've discussed. But we have some contingency plans in the event we have to bug out of there very quickly.
Yeah, I also heard. I think I'm going to say this right, but Belarus. They haven't really officially entered the war, but it sounds like they're trying to head over there towards the Poland side to possibly block that area off. I don't know what, and I know you're going to Poland. You're going to come in. I know you don't want to talk about your plans, but yeah, be safe, man. I mean, we know it's going to be wild.
We have pinpointed 4 crossing points. That if we need to.
You don't need to share those, but your plan.
It has been a big discussion as far as if things go south, how we're going to get out of there, where we're going to cross, and
what kind of qualifications does your team have right now?
So right now, everyone, we ask them some specific questions. One is, are you a firefighter, EMT or paramedic, tech rescue experience, whether RS1, RS2, or another state's equivalent. We also ask if you are a hazmat, because we're actually going to try to get some monitors for over there because of the event of a possibility of biological or radiological. We're actually going to have some dosimeters. And then I asked for military veterans. And if so, what was your MOS, or for people who don't know, your military occupational specialty?
So you don't need guys like me that was in the Navy. I was an aircraft mechanic.
we're gonna yeah.
Dude,
So
my gun training, I'll tell you right now, the Navy put me through. They gave you a shotgun, and it was basically a fake shotgun, and they told you to shoot it. And then they gave you a handgun. That was a real handgun. Oh, wow. Yeah. And they shot it, and that was literally probably 3 hours of training, and we were off on our merry way. That was my Navy. That was my gun training.
Yeah, so I know most of the people we have that are selected were all combat MOSs. So a lot of infantry, Cav Scout. I was military police and then did artillery, so we have some specialties that those are the ones we're trying to look for first, because, again, we're going there to help, but things can go south very quick, and we need to be ready to bug out quickly. Mm-hmm. And we need people that can think fast, act fast, and have been in those environments before. Yeah. So that's why the first rotation is predominantly going to be all military vets. One of the guys that wants to go, and actually is going to go, he says, I'm willing to stay for 90 days, so if you guys do raise the funds and the next rotation comes in, I'll stay here with them, and because we already know the plan, where we're going to stage everything at. And again, once we get there, if Kyiv is too hot, then we stay further west. Mm-hmm. And we do know the main route as you go into Kyiv is under Russian control. They've pretty much blocked it, so there's alternative routes in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's wild.
Can I ask you how many guys are on your team, or is that confidential?
No, we will. The first mission is going to have 10 at least, with the max of 15. The roster of people that have wanted to sign up is massive.
Yeah, I'm getting messages, and I'm just helping you out.
Yeah,
I'm getting messages from guys constantly. You're good.
Yeah, so we literally have firefighters from across the United States, ranging from departments like Houston, Indianapolis, Milwaukee, Cal Fire. We even have a San Diego City person that submitted their name. And then we also have Firefighters of Mexico. We now have been reached out to by Canada, Firefighters in the European Union, and a whole fire brigade from Israel.
Dang.
And then recently, last night when I was checking, a guy from Australia that all went in on this.
Do you need what do you need now? I mean, I know obviously funds.
Funds, and then and then the transportation may be secured. We're waiting.
Trucks, semis,
we have
cargo
all that,
planes.
We have all that stuff lined out for when we get over there. So we're looking at planes.
Rio, can you pull up the Expendables airplane, the cargo plane?
Yeah, that'd be cool if we can get one of those.
You want one of those?
Well, no,
I think that might not be aid though, because I believe that one has machine guns.
What's your definition of aid?
Just replace the machine guns with some fire extinguishers.
I think it's right there in the bottom left there, 3 down. Yeah, I think
The
that's it right there.
Expendables plane. That'd be a long flight over the Atlantic in that thing.
Yeah. Especially with Sylvester Stallone piloting it.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't make it. I'd be like, I played Flight Simulator. Can I fly? Because my dad has a plane, and it's only a little 2-seater, and he's let me fly it. And I got to admit, thank God his hands were on the controls because I wanted to barrel roll that thing.
Google.
What's that big Russian one that got blown up over there?
No, that was actually Ukrainian.
Yeah, Ukrainian, that big old plane. That would have been nice.
Yeah, that thing looked pretty
Yeah,
big.
thanks, Russia.
Oh, you brought your kids. I think I could hear one of them right now.
Yeah, I have my 8-month-old and my 14-year-old down there babysitting. He blackmailed me to babysit. While I was doing this interview, he's all $30. I want $10 cash and $20 on my credit card. I'm like, really? But yeah. You see, there's going to be me trying to fly the plane, that big smile on my face as I'm getting ready to auger it into the ground because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, let me see. I think I actually started some memes for you, but I don't know if I've ever actually finished it.
That one from Spies Like Us. Remember when the Connex parachuting in and they're all the beer?
They're Rio. Google Spies Like Us.
Yeah. Connex.
Connex box. So this is going to be you guys getting on scene in Poland. This is probably going to be after you get to Poland and you get a traffic jam, you get stuck there for a few days, and they finally go and find you. Hey, we finally have a way in.
Yeah. We're all sitting there eating all our supplies, drinking beer, going, all right, cool, here we go. Let's do this.
I got to remake this right here and put a bunch of your guys' gear, like a Homatro and everything in the background. I'm sure they'll love that.
No Euro helmet, so.
You know what? Just to piss everybody off, go ahead and put a Manovan sticker or whatever on one of those helmets and put it on. That would be, and I'll just write on the thing, most liked comment wins swag.
Yeah, I'll have to put that on. I'll ask them. I'll let them. I'm gonna take my helmet with me because I guarantee so they can see what a real helmet looks like. But yeah, I'll put on a Euro helmet and I'll probably get some of those nerdy glasses like the guy had in Spaceballs and put those on too. Because I have a funny picture to show you because I actually those military glasses like the birth control glasses.
Oh yeah, BCs.
Yeah, well, I have the ones that go into your gas mask that I'll wear on wildland fires when I'm
for those that don't know, in boot camp, if you wear glasses at boot camp in the military, they take your glasses away and they give you, we call them BCs, birth controls.
Yeah, birth control.
And they're the worst looking glasses in the world. Their color scheme is, what do they call that color scheme?
Ugly. Yeah, it's.
It looks like the wall in the mobile home I grew up in, like the old fake wood.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this picture here because it's pretty funny. Because I wear on wildland fires, I wear the BCGs that go into your gas mask when I can't wear my contacts.
There it is. Yeah, Leo found it. That's actually worse than what we had. Holy hell! But that color scheme, they even call it their birth control glasses. That color scheme, I don't know what that is. It's hideous.
Well, here you go. There's a picture of the ones I wear when I'm on wildland fires. They have the rubber band around the back that keeps them on your head.
We'll add that later. Yeah. Have to send it to me.
And they're called birth control glasses because you can.
Well, how many kids you have?
I have 4.
They're not working.
No, they're not. But yeah, so with those birth control glasses,
Rio, go back to that the last screen you were just in.
There's another picture of them right here.
The one with a big helmet from Spaceballs. Did you see that? It kind of popped up there for a second. There it is.
Yeah, I got to have the birth control glasses on.
What I want you to do when you get over there, I want you to get a Euro helmet and reenact this picture, and I'll put you guys side by side. And
we can actually reenact the whole scene real quick from Spaceballs.
You just send me the raw footage, and we'll We'll have some
Oh,
fun
it's
with
gonna
it
be
for
hilarious.
sure.
You're gonna have so many friend requests from like Ukraine for brigade.
It's all good. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's great. I use too much Spaceballs. I have to actually try to separate. Dude, if it was up to me, I'd probably put Spaceballs up every day, dude.
What I need to try to do is have them say "F your days off," but in Ukrainian. with Euro helmets on. You gotta do them with Euro helmets and it "F your days off." Because those guys aren't getting any days off. They got the combat mando going on right now. It's a whole new checkbox.
Once they understand what the fun of the page is, they'll
be like, "This is awesome."
Yeah, they just show them the van clip. I mean, you can get that right away. And, yeah, they probably look at it a little differently, but they'll get it.
They're probably like, "What do they say? I don't know." Yeah, I don't understand. They say it's like, don't worry about it. Just laugh. That's all you need to know.
What do you guys think Ukrainian MREs taste like?
I hope to never find out. We're taking our own. Yeah, we plan on 2 MREs per person per day that we're there. So that's a lot of MREs we got to pack. We're trying to go self-sufficient because we don't, from what we're hearing, we've talked to people, there's supplies, but we don't want to impede on their supplies. So we're trying to roll self-sufficient.
Yeah.
For the most part.
You gonna bring a jet boil?
Jet boils, those mountain freeze-dried stuff.
Are you going to introduce them to Uncrustables?
Oh.
Wait, in action. Are you going to introduce them to Uncrustables?
Yes. I don't plan on sharing many of those because those things are like gold.
Yeah, I prefer the grape, but I get that reaction every time.
Yeah.
I believe the one that everyone's looking for is strawberry.
Yes, that's the one everyone wants.
I would not complain about it.
Oh, the strawberry is amazing. They see the strawberry Uncrustables like the beef stew MRE.
Yeah.
Everyone wants it.
Well, all that hurry up and waiting on strike teams always gives me another chin, but I blame parts of that on the grape.
Well, that's okay. Now that we're short hand crew statewide.
Oh,
yeah.
God, don't. Yeah, that's good. I've seen that before. I think, I don't remember what fire it was up north, but they were grabbing Type 1 crews and putting them on it looked like a dump truck, and they were taking them out with tools for 12 hours a day. I wish I had a meme page back then because I could have had a field day with that.
Well, I was on a strike team up in Butte County when they were it's funny, a San Francisco strike team showed up, and they're taking their wildland gear out of the plastic. And then I guess they're going to give them a line assignment, and they're like, yeah, no. And they left. They literally just left.
There's some fire departments, I won't mention them, but they won't stay at the camp. They have a written to their contract that they get a hotel, and I'm not hating. If anything, I'm a little jealous.
I wouldn't be hating either. It's like that. You guys got some great negotiation skills.
Yeah, but those sleep trailers, I actually, maybe my Navy background, but those little cubbies when you sleep in, well, yeah. I sleep like a baby in those things.
Again, it's your Navy background. Now I know why I never joined the Navy.
Dude, the only difference is I was on a carrier, so what I would sleep. I had the catapults above me. So all you hear is over all night long because we were in the Gulf and it was
endless missions.
06-ish, and we were all. I think my boat drew night shift, so all night, and that brings another topic. Like our military, I don't really want to get into this, but our military is training non-stop.
Oh.
It's just like I wasn't even in your side of the military, but my Navy side, I mean, we were going nonstop. That's actually what introduced me to the fire service. We would call battle stations once a week, and they wouldn't really tell us if it was real or not. We kind of knew it wasn't, but they didn't tell us. Battle stations for me was firefighting. You know, I had a little cabinet. I threw a BA. Dude, you know what's funny about that? The BA is it was just a standard BA like we have. Had no bells and whistles, no ding, 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 none of that shit. No, but it was a good BA. It just didn't have the bells and whistles. After our drills, because the drills, they'd put smoke, you know, and I crawl around. I think I got a picture up here somewhere on it. You know, I crawl around and I'd get on our sound-powered telephones and I'd say we have fire and this, and that was my job. After, how do you think they refilled those bottles?
Probably with an oil compressor.
Well, not only that, but the
air that you were just in was probably full of smoke.
So I was told very early in my fire career that hot filling was dangerous and we cannot do that. How do you think the Navy fills their bottles? I
don't even want to know.
So the hangar bay is a pretty big area. We would line up, a couple hundred firefighters with our BAs, and they had a DC man, which is like a Navy fireman, sitting there with the hose. You walk up, he plug into your bat, he hot fill it like, was it 5 seconds, 10 seconds?
All right, get
and
out.
he pat you in the back, and you go and you put your bottle back in your cabinet, and then you go back to whatever you're doing. That's how they did it, and I didn't know anything else. And then I got here, and they're like, no. We do it slow. You do it slow, and you know, because you don't want it to get hot. That's a hot fill. Hot filling is dangerous. So, what the fuck? What have I been doing this whole time?
Well, what's funny is you mentioned ship fires because they just had that one. Was it last year?
Oh God, dude, I know, man.
Were you?
I was on it personally. Obviously, you know, I'm in the field. The only thing I dealt with that was like I was on that night, and I was like over in like Normal Heights, San Diego, and dude, the smoke was coming all over San Diego, and everybody and their mom was calling 911 saying that there was a fire. You could smell the ship.
Yeah.
I mean, you could smell the ship on East. We were East County.
East
it was
County,
everywhere,
we were smelling it.
and people were calling with asthma and everything. And I still don't think I dealt with. I never got down there, but yeah, there was a lot of guys down there.
Yeah, because I saw them like they had everybody and their brother down there playing. The video for that one's hilarious too. With all the tugboats, Coronado fire.
Yeah,
that video was pretty hilarious.
That was a wild thing. I mean, that was
was a career fire.
With my, because I used to be in a helicopter squadron. My helicopters were there from my old squadron, dropping water. That was a career fire for sure. That doesn't happen. I'm still shocked that the Navy boat it burned. I mean, I think we found out later. We could put it up. Here it is, right here. It came out now that there's actually arson, and I can't believe that. It doesn't. It's sad. It's sad.
I mean, they wrote off $1 billion.
And just so you know too, like Navy boats, we have it's AFFF, and in the hangar bay and on the flight deck, there's sprinklers, and they work really well. And the reason I know this is because
just not that day.
They get set off on accident all the time. And I would come out of my shop, which was in the hangar bay, and I'd come out, and the foam would be up to my head, foam, and you guys it happens so often by accident. You just be used to it, and then it was like a foam party. So I knew they worked, and apparently they were set out by accident all the time, and obviously they were not on.
Yeah,
when this went
I guess
down.
I was reading that too, that they were shut off for maintenance or something.
Yeah,
I guess they were doing a major overhaul.
Yeah,
on that ship, and
these boats take a beating.
Yeah, because that thing burned for what, a week.
Yeah, but they take a beating, and they have to go and overhaul a lot. And it sucks to see something like that. I can't believe that.
When we teach down in Mexico, and some of the places when they fill bottles, we see them using an actual compressor, an oil compressor. And I found this out because I was like, hey, so we were doing a live burn down there, and I'll go fill my bottle and bring it back. I turn it on, I'm in there reading. I'm like, what the hell? I can smell the oil in the mask. I'm like, what are you guys filling this with? Like, oh, we're using this. Like, no.
You mean like a compressor for tools?
Yep, that's all they have.
Oh, wow.
But that's all they have.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we're working on getting them.
So you heard it from here. If you're in Ukraine and they give you a BA, maybe don't use it.
Well, I was down in Mexico. Hopefully, Ukraine, they actually have filling stations. They just don't have the power to fill them.
Yeah, no, I never thought of that. So, dang.
Yeah, trust me, when you like, oh, is that 10W30 I'm smelling? Like, what the hell? That's one of the things we're working on now is like we're trying to find some old SCBA filling stations for Mexico to get them down there too, so they can actually put breathable air inside their bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the carnage they're dealing with over there.
Do you know what? That's what I wanted to bring up. And this is not something, well, I guess it's something you will deal with. I mean, where's the water supply?
Water shuttle operations.
Damn.
One engine goes and fills up and comes back.
I mean, it's not like we're so spoiled.
Oh,
I mean, we talk a big game and have jokes, but at the end of the day, I mean, if one hydrant doesn't work, the other one's gonna. I mean, at any point in any fire, you're gonna have a hydrant. I can't imagine pulling up on this and then like
16-story building on fire.
Yeah. Look at this hose. It's flat.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, there's probably no water or something nearby, and they're just like they're probably waiting for the engineer right now to find water.
Yeah, and he's just like,
Yeah.
no, I'm out of water.
Dude, I can't imagine that. Like I said, we're so spoiled with our hydrants on every corner.
You know, that's one thing that's been tough for me is planning for this mission is I don't like to talk on my phone. And now that my phone just goes off constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
Yeah, and I'm having to like charge my phone 3 times a day just to, keep up with this because already while being here, I've got so many missed calls and emails that I got to check.
Yeah, this is another. I think this is. I can't remember, but another bunch of rigs going over there.
Yeah.
Strike teams of rigs, and I'm not really sure if they're actually donating the fire truck or if they're just using the fire truck to transport the gear.
There are departments actually giving fire trucks. So we found out like Finland has very strict rules about when a fire engine's taken out of service. And there's a guy that's bought fire engines. And one of the guys helped me out, Greg Zimmerman's actually been reaching out to him because he doesn't know how to get them there. And we're like, well, we can drive them. So if that happens, we might drive some fire engines in. You know, here in the United States, we have enough resources and mutual aid to handle that.
Oh, yeah, you're not getting anybody. It's not like us or we get in and that fire right there that you just go down to the bottom there or any of those. I mean, that right away, you're calling like 100 firefighters is going to that right away.
Yeah, and you're going to get it.
You're not getting that. You're getting it's you and your expendables.
Yeah, that's it. We're going to get there going, got any water?
You're just going to do what you can.
They're like, nope.
You're just going to do what you can. You're not going
No,
in there.
yeah,
You're
we're
not.
just trying to get as many of the people out and as much as possible.
You're basically going to stop at contain.
We'll stop it at the least a building of origin.
Yeah.
And then if so, we'll expand it to the block of origin.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
But it's just, and when we look at their fire engines, that's look at that thing. It looks like a Tonka truck.
You know what, though?
But it works.
I bet you that one don't have all the dang alarms going off all the time.
It
doesn't have a check engine light. It doesn't have a seatbelt alarm.
And you don't have to regen it either. So that's another good thing.
I bet you just put diesel fuel in that thing. It probably runs forever.
Yeah, I mean, you're not having to sit out there and regen it at 1 a.m. for 40 minutes, which I still want to know how that's environmentally friendly when that thing's sitting at high idle for like 40 minutes regenning.
Yeah. So as we wrap it up, man, do you want to say anything? I know you're going over there, and we definitely I want to have you back on when you get back. So be safe.
That we will.
You are not. It's not a. You're an aid worker, so be safe.
Exactly.
Remember that. I know you know that, but I just remember that and do the best you can and send pictures.
Oh, I will.
You know
I'm gonna send GoPro footage too.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the followers on the brigade updated on you, and I will send you. I make memes for you. I'm gonna do this. I feel like my mission here is to make you guys laugh and keep it going, and I'll keep doing that.
Yeah, like I said, if we can find some confiscated Russian armor, there will definitely be some Mando Van stickers put on it. Especially if you can get like an F your days off sticker right on the barrel.
What is this? What is this?
The Americans come here to put Mando. I'm gonna go back and drink my vodka and go fight grizzly bear. And
Rio, cut that out. Cut that out, Rio.
Russians are gonna be like, find that guy right there when they get here. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Well, it's crazy to say, but yeah, it's gonna be fun over there. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna be on our toes the whole time. And our goal is, like I said, not to try to stay in major metropolitan areas. We will, when it's time for us to hunker down, we will get out of major areas.
Well, be safe. Trust your instincts. Trust your gut. Get the fuck out if it ain't right.
Yeah.
And do what you can, man.
Exactly. Try to save as many lives as we can. Help our brothers out. Get some of that much needed equipment in their hands and some better turnout gear so they can actually go interior attack.
Yeah.
And then talking to people, our turnout gear is that superior that they can actually make a push with our gear compared to theirs.
All right. Well, thank you, Eric. Thank you for what you're doing. Yep. I just want to end this podcast with the hat I'm wearing is available on stfirebrigade.com. Yep. All proceeds are to charity. Nothing will be kept from this hat. It is a $30 value, but like I said, it put all proceeds to. We had a captain who passed away recently. That was a San Diego fire, and some guys put together. They went and got these hats made, and I am lucky enough to be able to help them out and sell it, and that's what I'm doing. I plan on always trying to have different charity items like this. I'm able to. I have the outreach, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So again, it's available,
and it's a clean looking hat too.
It's a clean looking hat. Yeah, it's got a nice leather patch. Remember Shaggy? Shaggy was his nickname, and The captain loved to surf, and it's a great looking hat. And if you do buy it, there's actually a black one right there too. Rio, you see that? There's a trucker hat. I have actually a pretty good amount of these in my shipping center, aka my garage, and I'll ship that over to you really quick. And also, I'm wearing a shirt given to me by Chula Vista Firefighters during their mustache party, and I want to thank them for the shirt. It's a great looking shirt. And shout out to those Chula guys, which is actually where I live in East Lake.
Very nice area of Chula Vista.
Yeah, I'm very lucky.
And everyone's got to remember to start buying those Mando stickers and extra days off.
No worries. All right, my name's John. This is the Brigade. I'm out. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, John.
All right.